Mao's Top 10 Moments, selected and presented by Natashacmao. In 1976, Mao Zedong died. A gang of four, his widow was involved, tried to gain power but failed. From 1977, Deng Xiaoping emerged as the dominant figure among pragmatics in the leadership. Mao Zedong was born on December 26, 1893. He was born in Shaoxing, Hunan Province, China. His father was a poor peasant who later became a wealthy grain dealer. Mao was a reluctant teenager. His father wanted him to be a farmer. Mao wanted more education beyond the village grammar school. Mao left home at age 13 to attend an advanced school in a nearby district and in 1911 arrived in Changsha, the provincial capital, to attend secondary school. Mao had three wives. Yang Kehui was a teacher's daughter. He Zize and Jiang Qing were his second two wives. In the early 1930s, the Kuomintang launched several extermination campaigns against the communists. It was during this period that the Kuomintang killed Yang Kehui and he married Ho Zizhen. While in Ya'an, in 1939, Mao discovered his Mao divorced his second wife and married Jiang Qing. In 1950, China participated in the Korean War. China was on the Korean side. Because of this, Tibet became part of China. Mao sent troops to North Korea and warned the United States to keep away from the Yalu boundary unless it wanted full-scale war. On February 12, 1911, the last Qing Emperor Puyi abdicated the throne at the imperial palace. Mao and his troops were the people that stopped him. The nationalists came together with the communists and fought Japan so that they would not take over China. That time they fought together, not against each other. Nationalists wanted to have a different government than the communists. They first had agreed, and then a different ruler came and they disagreed. The communists won the war, and the nationalists lost the war. The Long March took place from October 1934 to October 1935, lasting 1 year. It was a 6,000-mile retreat because the nationalists were going to attack them. 80,000 went, but only 1/10 survived. People got so hungry that they ate their leather shoes, walking in straw sandals. The Long March saved Mao Zedong and the Communist Party from the attacks by the Kuomintang. The Long March came about when the Chinese Communists had to flee. The Great Leap took place in 1958, going on for 5 years. It was a time of famine and starvation with labor-intensive industry. It was intended to modernize China. Mao had toured China and concluded that the Chinese people were capable of anything, and the two primary tasks that he felt they should target was the industry and agriculture. Mao announced a second 5-year plan to last from 1958 to 1963. On October 1, 1949, Mao Zedong proclaimed the People's Republic of China. Mao became the leader. He sent the nationalists to Taiwan. Mao later became known as Chairman Mao. Naming himself head of state, Communist Revolutionary Mao Zedong officially proclaimed the existence of the People's Republic of China. Zhou Enlai was named premier. The proclamation was the climax of years of battle between Mao's communist forces and the regime of the nationalist Chinese leader Chiang Kai-shek.